Okay. Hey, what's up, Judy Lucy? Mm. It's gonna be one of those smoothies. One of those mornings.
testing Hush out? Because I'm not playing it. Dar. That's for the end of the stream. Yeah, Dar, Hush hour sounds like this. They're different songs. You know what's funny? Dar, don't feel bad. Two songs I still get confused a lot of the time is Into Thin Air and Beneath the City. It still happens quite a bit. Not as often as it used to, but occasionally I still get this song. With this song. They don't sound anything alike, but I think the titles, both being like kind of prepositions, Beneath the City and Into Thin Air. Beneath the City, Into Thin Air. Yeah, like the same amount of syllables even. Um, I just get them confused all the time. I wrote both of those songs on tour. I don't know. They're similar spiritual to me, even though like spiritually similar, even though they don't sound the same. So don't feel bad, Dar. I get a lot of my songs confused. Hmm. Especially Lush Dream songs, because I almost never play them. Hanging shirt blouse behind me. Just a button-up shirt. One of my floral button-up shirts. I was wearing it yesterday and then it was hot, so then I wasn't wearing it. But I'm gonna wear it today, so I didn't bother putting it on a hanger again. I love those chords. I love chords like this, and this chord, and this chord. Fun, fun, fun. I think they all might be the same chord, actually. What happened to your wrist, Lindsay? Hello, Eddie. sorry, Lindsay. Did I do my daily quest yesterday? Yeah, I have quite a few friends up in the Bay that keep telling me how bad it's getting, and that their cars are just covered in ash, and the air quality is really low. It's just a bunch of smoke. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know how to get there, but I'm gonna find out. So. Oh, that's alright. Maybe something's off there. Okay. It's off. That's off, baby. Interesting. Yeah, I hope your wrists heal, Lindsay. I was actually trying to think of any non-wrist or hand requiring hobbies. For sure, I think that's hard for a lot of people. The only thing I can think of is watching things. It's just like watching TV or watching like movies or something. Yeah. Oh wow, Umbe remembered to ask the question. Umbe, I'm regularly impressed by your memory. That's not the first time you've done that. That's weird. I wonder how many times I can do that. Hold on, Umbe, 1 second. Oh, I could just route that same note. And then I have to change there. I don't remember what comes after that. Umbe, on the Friday stream. Oh, did me Gladstone tweet something? No, I haven't really been like on Twitter. Like, I haven't really been on Twitter for a minute. Mia, I do know that Mia's in LA right now. That I'm probably gonna hang out with her this week, but I don't. I didn't see a tweet. I hope it was nice. Hmm. Okay. What was I? Whoa. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So on the Friday stream, at the very end of the Friday stream, Umbe or somebody else, or maybe just Umbe's remembering it, but I'm remembering it as Umbe asked how my music ended up in that Discord thing, in that Discord thing, and that like lo-fi whatever. And since we're only like 30 minutes into the stream, there is a short version of this story, and there's a very long version, and I'm going to tell the very long version, Umbe. So strap in. The story starts in 2015 when I moved to Los Angeles, and I didn't really know anybody here. I mean, of course you don't. When you move to a new city, you don't know everybody. And at the time, like the SoundCloud musicians, couldn't just get shows. I mean, one could argue that they still can't. There is kind of like a golden period, like an apex of SoundCloud, where everybody was really we weren't really expecting anything out of SoundCloud. We were just trying to have a good time, and then a few people started getting shows, and that blossomed into a lot of people being able to perform live from SoundCloud, and a lot of like normies getting into SoundCloud musicians, and that was fun. And I refer to that as the golden age. That golden age is over, but during that golden age, a lot of people in a lot of different cities were setting up like um, I guess now we call them URL shows, which is kind of funny because this was a while ago. This was like like 2014, 2015. In 2014, I played a few URL shows. This is going to make sense maybe to Liana and Cyber. I don't think maybe anybody else in the stream. So this will be new information, but I would play a lot of URL shows. There was a lot of people doing this, and it was just because a lot of SoundCloud artists, such as myself, weren't quite big enough. And I'm not going to use the word mainstream. I'll just say appealing enough to a large amount of people because the music was kind of weird or a little like left of center. So we weren't going to get booked in like Webster Hall, if you're familiar with that venue, or like House of Blues, if you're familiar with that venue, or anything like that. And so we would make internet shows, and that is just like imagine if somebody had a show in Zoom today. Of course, at the time people were using like Tiny Chat, and really just any like chat room webcam type thing, and you would just have one of the channels routed to play all the music, and everybody could just like sit in on their webcams and like watch you perform in your bedroom, and it was fun. I mean, because there was no other alternative as far as shows went. This was the only shows some of us could play. So there was a lot of different people that would set these up. It was pretty easy to set up. All you needed was the internet connection, and like nobody was like hosting it on their own. There was a lot of sites again like Tiny Chat that would do these things or help us do these things. So before long, they're formed like branding around specific ones. SPF 420 was one. That was one that I played quite a bit. There was another one called Etchy Party that quite a few people played. Hello, Shrad. Welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Etchy Party was another one. I'm not going to name all of them. Since it was something that was pretty easy to set up and put together, pretty much anybody could throw a show. Throwing a show, for those of you that have done it, is a lot of hard work, and it's a nightmare. I always like look at the people that throw shows, especially in the beginning phases when like nobody's really showing up and you're just losing money. Those people are truly warriors, because I couldn't do it, or at least I wouldn't do it, I should say. Hello, Orchid. Welcome to the stream. I was just saying I wouldn't do it, throw shows. But now, with being able to throw URL shows, there was literally no risk. There was no stress. It was as simple as opening up a web browser on your computer, maybe sending like a tweet invite to some of your friends, maybe a little bit of prep beforehand to make sure sound was okay. But for the most part, there wasn't a lot of risk in throwing URL shows. So it was only the fun aspect. So a lot of people were doing it. However, as SoundCloud grew, or at least the SoundCloud scene musicians grew, chiptune was getting bigger thanks to SoundCloud, as well as future bass, like a somewhat newer genre, was getting bigger thanks to SoundCloud. Even some genres that were already very, very well established, like trap music, was starting to have like this weird second life, specifically on the internet. Because a lot of younger kids that were like getting DAWs or just had more resources and access, so there was kind of like this balloon of the electronic music industry and scene. And so as that got bigger, people they started playing real shows. This is maybe insulting to URL shows, but like like physical shows where they were actually being booked in a venue. And that was actually really weird for a lot of us to see, because it was like, wait, if they're able to play Webster Hall, why am I still on Tiny Chat? Why am I still doing like Skype shows? Like, I want to be able to play a real show. And so gradually, some of the people that were organizing these smaller URL shows, put together some money and actually booked a venue and had those people come. And the shows actually did well. I think it was just one of those things where if it bubbles around online long enough, there will be kind of like a physical, real life response to it. And the same way that like BTS is so important on the internet for a lot of countries that have never seen BTS, that by the time BTS finally arrives, the show sells out in like 5 minutes. I mean, this is an extreme example, of course, BTS, because K-pop's huge. But we were seeing that for a lot for SoundCloud, like a lot of SoundCloud artists that didn't have any like household name recognition were playing their first shows, and the shows were doing well just because there was already an established internet following for it. One of the people, there was a lot of them, but I'm going to focus on one because I do want to answer your question, Ube, and I have beat it around the bush long enough. One of the people that ran these shows branded it as AFK. It was called AFK, which was like fun and kitschy because the shows were online and now they weren't. So Away From Keyboard was like a clever, jokey name for that. So AFK shows always happened in San Francisco. Since I lived in Los Angeles, I would drive up. I would end up playing them a lot because the person that was running AFK was also a person that ran the internet shows that I used to play. I was familiar with a lot of similar artists like me, or Divio, or Nelward, or Guy Akimoto, or Iglugos, yada yada yada. And so the AFK shows would happen, I would say once a month, maybe once every other month in San Francisco, and they will always do really well because, the internet. And eventually that scene died. My friend up there that ran that, Chelsea is her name, she ended up, since she's in the Bay, she kind of just ended up being in tech and we're like bouncing back and forth from tech job to tech job. But in her doing that, we've like stayed connected. And so when she now works for Discord, and when they were putting together, they wanted to put together like a chill lo-fi stream or whatever, and they had heard my Lustream music, like my Lustream mixtape, and they wanted to commission me for it. Um, but I wasn't taking any commissions for anything. And then since Chelsea works for them and has been like my friend and like a weird professional connection for like years now, Chelsea hit me up individually, like just texted me and asked me to do it, and that's how that Discord thing ended up happening. It was really just like somebody that I worked with and for a long time years ago ended up getting sucked into the tech world, and I usually don't do. I mean, unless like the money's good, which to be fair, it usually is, but unless the money's like super great, I usually don't take commissions from like a bunch of tech companies because it doesn't make me feel good. But Chelsea's my friend, so I did it, and that's why I have music in that Discord thing, Umbe. For sure, Umbe. Yeah, I'll say this, Umbe. If Chelsea didn't work there, um, Umbe, I haven't really been on Twitter in a minute. My Twitter's a nightmare right now. Every time I get like even open up the Twitter app, I have like an insane amount of DMs, and some of them are just like randos, and then quite a few of them are commission requests. So I will say that if Chelsea didn't work for Discord, I probably still would have gotten asked to do the thing. There is a request to do the thing from Discord for me. I'm just saying I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have responded if I didn't have a friend that worked there. And the same way that if what's another random tech company I can think of? I'm just gonna say Facebook because I don't feel like it. I don't feel like thinking. If Facebook tried to commission me, I probably wouldn't do it right now. Um, but if I had a friend who worked there that personally hit me up, they're just like, "Hey, Omni, Facebook wants you to write this thing. It's like doing for whatever some video that we're doing." I would at least think twice about it. I would probably end up doing it, all things considered. But um, yeah, it was just kind of like a weird mix of chance and networking and like old friends, and also me living in California. I think me living in California has a pretty big undeniable influence on like some of the opportunities that have made themselves available to me, as well as some of the things I've been able to take advantage of. Crow says Omni could have been rich if he accepted the Discord commission. I did accept the Discord commission, Crow. Crow, were you in Friday's stream? Crow, the whole reason of this conversation is how I got the Discord commission. I did do the Discord commission. My music is in the Discord like little lo-fi stream. I have a few songs in it actually, but alas, I am still not rich, Crow. I want to be. I want to make it very clear. Even if Amazon Prime commissioned me to do something tomorrow, guys, that doesn't mean I'm rich. Just because tech companies make millions of dollars does not mean they pay their freelancers millions of dollars. So no, I wouldn't / am not rich. But It is kind of nice to be able to deliver on a commission really easily. I don't know if you were in the Friday stream crowd, but I actually went over like each one of the commissions that I did for Discord on FL Studio and like showed what they looked like what the project looked like, and what went into them. If I just got commissioned to make like lo-fi beats, um, that would be chill. That would be chill because those are things that they just fall out of me. Those things fall out of me like apples from a tree. I don't really need to spend weeks and weeks arranging a lo-fi beat, but that is not what most of my commissions are. So, oh well. Good morning, Kiwi. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? This is called Spring Street. How was work, by the way, Crow? You're absolutely right, Diz. That's good to hear, Kiwi. I haven't been to a Chipotle in a pretty long time, Crow. No, there isn't any in LA. Kiwi, it's not. Kiwi, no, they're not going to put them in LA. There's a lot of ground that needs to be covered between those two. It would almost be like putting like an In-N-Out burger like in Miami. Like there's a lot of ground that needs to be covered before I can get there. And you're talking about something that's like very specifically like nestled in the Southwest. Like that's not even a national thing. Like they don't even have those in like the rest of the East Coast, let alone the West Coast. Um, I had Chipotle last night. Actually, says Diz. Word up. I'm not really a big fan of Yuka, but that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that at least you have it, that it's regional to you. Panda Express is not the same kind of thing as Chipotle, says Diz. Wait, who's comparing Panda Express to Chipotle? Oh, Bacon Boy. So I guess it's like Panda Express. Oh my! Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh, we can't. We can't just start comparing things because there's an assembly line. Not all assembly line food is created equal, and I would not compare a Panda Express to Chipotle. I would say that Chipotle is actually higher quality than Panda Express. I think there's a lot of things that are informing my decision on that that I could get into, but I would say that Chipotle is just higher quality food than Panda Express, and um, one's way more filling, but that's more maybe like a Mexican food versus Asian food thing, versus Chinese food specifically, I suppose. But it is like Panda Express in that there is an assembly line for sure. There is a like you start on one end and then you tell them it's like Subway, yeah, or Blaze Pizza or Pizza Studio or Pieology. Um, yeah, I've been to Panda Express and it seemed like a waste of time, says Dennis. Okay, so I don't like Panda Express. I also think that Panda Express is a colossal waste of time. But I live in Los Angeles where there's the restaurant version. Like there's Panda Inn, which was like, how everybody knows that was the first business, Panda Inn. And then the owner of Panda Inn wanted to put his restaurants in malls, so he tried to come up with a faster service to compete with other like hot dog on a stick type um, fast food cafeteria mall food. So he made Panda Express. And while it's wildly popular and it is very fast, the quality is considerably worse than Panda Inn. So Panda Inn, I would consider like really, really good. Um, oh, so good. I might get that this week actually. It's really, really good food. And then Panda Express. I wish I could think of like another. Do we have another restaurant like that, guys? Like in the states where it's like there is a proper restaurant, but then there's also like a express or fast lane version of it that's kind of disgusting. And um, it, I just feel bad. Like everybody that has Panda Express, I just want to take them to Panda Inn and show them what it's actually supposed to sound like. Sound like? Supposed to taste like, sorry. I'd rather go to an actual Chinese restaurant, less expensive, takes less time, says Diz. Um, hmm. I don't know if people hold them to the same regard, but yeah, it's the assembly line and the hip futuristic fast food joints for sure. There's a place called Miyabi in my town. They have Miyabi Junior pop up. Oh yeah, see like stuff like that. We also have juniors. We have a Tops. I actually went to go get food from Tops Junior yesterday. So we have yeah. I mean, but I know that isn't all over. Gas station subways says crowd. No, that's not the same thing. But I get what you're saying there because they're like smaller and a little more limited. But I mean like an actual sit down restaurant, like a sit down restaurant with like wait staff and stuff like that, and like menus, fancy menus, and then a version of it that is like Subway. Like if Subway had like an actual restaurant where you could get like elaborate sides, that would be ridiculous. Like a 6 central sides. Okay, my local Chinese place will make your food seemingly before you call it in, says Diz. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like even when you said I'd rather just get actual go to an actual Chinese restaurant, less expensive and takes less time. I actually can't think of a Chinese restaurant that I like, or want to specify that I like, that I think is good, that'll be faster than Panda Express. I think if I go to a Chinese restaurant and I order food, and it comes out faster than Panda Express, I'm like upset actually. I would rather they have my food ready in the back and then they just stand stationary in the kitchen holding it in their hand for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes and then bring it out to me. Just to like create the illusion that some type of effort or time was put into my meal. But I do love Panda Inn. I stand by Panda Inn. Wait, hold on. Oh, I've already played this song. Yay! Yeah. I'm just saying, Cyber. If I'm in the restaurant and I can't see what's happening in the kitchen, and they bring it out to me immediately, I'm going to assume that it's been made for a while. But if they stand, in the kitchen, I can't see that. And if they bring it out to me in 20 minutes, I would assume that they actually started making it when I ordered it, which is nice. And if I'm going to like a nice sit down restaurant and I'm paying the nice sit down restaurant price, I would kind of prefer not to get Panda Express heat lamp level food. I don't know. I'd rather wait a bit longer if needed for a better product. For sure. Like, that's the thing. When I go to a sit down restaurant, I'm kind of like, I've scheduled away the time for somebody to make food. I don't need it right away. But if I go into like a fast food place, same thing in a fast food place. I'm generally pretty patient with food, actually. Like, you don't need to rush any food to me. Never does anybody need to rush food to me. Now, if your business model is like a hot and ready business model, like when I go into Little Caesars and have you ever gone into Little Caesars, guys? And there's been no hot and readies. You've been like, hey, can I get a pizza? And they're like, oh, it'll actually be like minutes. I've definitely been in Little Caesars and I've seen people like have a fit at the 7 minutes where it's like, are you kidding me? It's supposed to be hot and right. Like, this is insane. Oh, never mind. I'm out of here. And they'll leave without getting the pizza. And I'm like, a pizza still shouldn't be able to be made in 7 minutes. I'll wait 7 minutes for a pizza, and it's never even like a full 7 minutes. It's like 4 minutes. It's still criminally a short amount of time to wait for uh, an entire pizza to be made. But yeah, I've definitely gone in there, and they've been like, "It'll be 7 minutes. Is that okay?" And they look like really anxious, telling me that like they're waiting for me to have a meltdown. And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't have any place to be." Anyways, Canadian McDonald's is super slow, says Eddie. Canadian McDonald's is, it does take a surprising amount of time. But something really weird happened to me in Canadian McDonald's, Eddie. So I went to Canadian McDonald's and I ordered, crap, what did I get? It doesn't matter really, guys. It doesn't really matter. I think it was just cheeseburgers and fries, honestly. I think it was just cheeseburgers and fries, but I think there was bacon on it though. It really doesn't matter. I get a burger and I fry it, and it takes a while. Like it takes a while. And I'm there with a friend, and after I finished my burger and the fry, my friend was still eating and stuff, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go get another burger. And I went and got the other burger, and I got it like immediately. I don't know what that was all about. First time, it took like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and the second time, I swear, like as I was walking back to my seat, they were practically like throwing a burger at the back of my head. It was really weird. Um, hmm. So if it's not, then they're doing their job, says Diz. The whole shtick is that it's ready, so if it's not, then they aren't doing their job. I would fight that. I would fight that. I think that implying that somebody isn't doing their job because they've sold out of food is not. It's like not fair because restaurants get busy, and if they run out of food, then it's like I don't think that's the workers' fault. They're not doing their job. I think that just stuff just kind of happens. So when I go into Little Caesars and it's like they've just been hit and it's like lunch rush and they're like, we don't have any right now. Like somebody literally just came in and bought like 15, so it's gonna be 7 minutes, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's very understandable. It's not like I'm going into like a Little Caesars at dead time and there is no line and they're out of pizza. Like that doesn't happen to me. Yeah. As someone who worked in retail, I never complained because I know, but McDonald's, I feel like the service in Montreal is either amazing or horrible. Not in betweens. I think that's a thing. I think that's a thing, Eddie. I've also worked in food, and so pretty much anytime we talk about food and restaurant stuff, I never am like, I'm always taking the side of the employee in every situation, which, I don't know. It's a choice. Employee isn't always right, but I usually side with the employee because I feel like working in food is horrible. And usually people blame the employee for stuff. Ice cream machine broken. I know that is a thing, because even when I worked at IKEA and the frozen yogurt machine was broken, people would be really upset about it. I, as somebody that doesn't eat a lot of ice cream, and if I did eat ice cream, I probably wouldn't go to McDonald's to get it. I don't identify with the rage at ice cream machine not working at McDonald's. I don't know what that is. I I don't know. Maybe I'm just really understanding specific. I went to a place called Bon Appetit recently. This used to be like my hangout spot. It was where I would make most of my music, but now with quarantine, I can't really hang out in there. So I went to Bon Appetit because I was like, I really wanted boba. It's a boba place, by the way. And I walked through the front door, and I was like, all right, what are we getting? What are we getting? And the dudes just kind of, there was two dudes in there, and they just kind of looked at me, and while I was scanning the menu, and then I like didn't even order anything. They were like, oh, by the way, we're out of tea for the day. Just thought I'd let you know. And I was like, okay, no problem, no problem. So I started like looking at the menu again. They're like, oh, we're also out of boba. And I was like, oh. And they're like, we're out of milk. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get a slush anyway. So that works. And they're like, oh, our slushy machine's actually acting up. It's like weird. And our kitchen is closed, so no food. And I think like this small like tic tac of like attitude in me wanted to go like, okay, so what do you have back there? Like what's going on in here? Because I just want it like, what can I order? But I didn't. I just kind of like laughed and like was super nice with him and like joked around. He was like, "I'm sorry, bro," and I'm like, "That's cool. Like I don't need like I'm not gonna have a heart attack if I don't get boba right now." And I left. And I did get something. I don't remember what I ended up getting, but I like went a block away and got something somewhere else. But it was like, I don't know that I've ever walked into a place and a person behind the counter gave me information that was upsetting to me, and I've like had a reaction to it. Sometimes I'll be inwardly sad. For example, when I wanted to get Ghost of Tsushima, because I'm like obsessed with physicals and it wasn't, you couldn't buy it online, I drove to several different Game Stops. And it wasn't like I was driving blind. I actually, in some of the Game Stops, they would like do the thing where they check the next Game Stop and they're like, it says that they have a copy, on Cesar Chavez, so I would check them out. Then I drive to Cesar Chavez and they're like, oh, we actually don't have that here. Sorry, we sold out of that. You might want to check this one here. And then I drive there and they're like, oh, this is actually only a pre-order copy. You didn't pre-order it, did you? Yeah, we can't give you this. It happened like 4 times. And I think each time it happened, like I was chill, but I was very aware that I was like, yo, if this was somebody else, like if this was like an angrier dude, like there'd be attitude right now. I don't know what it would take to get me to get like an attitude in a shopping space or a restaurant. It's never happened before, but man, if it ever does, how embarrassing. Anyways, yeah, no, I don't know. I think cyber. I think it was just because they're really slow. It's like a mobile place that's really slow in quarantine, and it was like I think it was 30 minutes before close, and they just get so few customers now that you can't hang out in there. That I think they were just closing up everything early because they were just like, we're not gonna get anybody. Because even when I walked in, they weren't like behind the counter; they were just like chilling at a table. Um, I've seen employees be really mean to another employee at Tim Hortons, and it angered me a lot. So every time I'm going over there, I'm being kind of rude and dry. Hmm. Hmm. Whenever I can't get something I was hoping to get, I get more upset at the concept of not getting something versus getting mad at someone. Sure, sure, sure. But all of that for me, I'm just saying all of that for me is internalized. I'm always like on the surface, like really, really nice about it and like super understanding. Even though on the inside, like I was actually really bummed that I didn't get Ghost of Tsushima. I'm like, oh, I like drove like I at least put like 10 miles on my car and like all this gas and stuff. And I'm going home empty handed. Like that sucks. But like the customers would never notice. Like if you went and talked to the customers, they'd be like, oh, no, he seemed fine. Seemed like he didn't even care or want the game. Um, Cross says trash all on these keyboards to make him absurdly mad. I don't think that would make me mad because I don't really need keyboards to make music as made true by I don't know Nice Dream, Speed Dream, and Love Dream and Tall Tales. Um, yeah, I don't really need a keyboard to make music. Um, I don't know if that would make me mad. I don't know. I don't know. That's like material stuff. Like I can replace keyboards. That's the thing. I can replace keyboards, and it wouldn't be the first time somebody's trashed one of my keyboards or stolen one. I can replace that stuff. Yeah, being externally upset. That's interesting. Umbe. Hmm. That's interesting. Flipping hamburgers. Food service is a hard job. Says Diz. Yeah, it's really it's a rough job. I think everybody should do it though. I think everybody should do it. Hmm. Whenever my mom is inconvenienced at food service and I take the side of the employee, she acts like I betrayed her. Oh. I think I think I'm the same way. I think I'm the same way, but I think if there's like a food service thing and my mom's having an issue with the staff, I just don't say anything. I'm just like this like isn't worth it, and I know that sucks maybe for the because there definitely have been times where whether it's with my mom or a friend or my girlfriend or whoever I've like been out and the person with me is giving the worker there a hard time who it's not their fault. It's like the waiter that brought the food out that didn't cook it, didn't write the menu, and like they're getting attitude from somebody that I'm with, and I'm just like, man, like this is like actually not how this is supposed to go. But I'm not gonna get involved in this. I think that like it's just a whack position to be put in, right? Because if you side with the employee, then it's like you still have to like hang out with this person afterwards. Um, and if you side with the person you're with, you're just wrong. So I don't know. I usually just kind of roll my eyes in those situations, and then maybe talk to the person about it later. I have gone back and apologized to employees, which is like there's like a whole thread on like boyfriends and husbands like walking back into an establishment and like apologizing after they've left, like coming back in pretending they had to use the bathroom, being like, "Yo, sorry, like I don't know what their problem is, but if I sided with you, I was gonna have to hear about it for like a couple of weeks, so I'm sorry." I've definitely done that a few times, but yeah, it's rough. I think it's rough when you've worked in food and you've had to be put in that position. I want to say it changes you, but I've been around people that have worked in food service and still continue to be like really disrespectful to people working in food service. So I don't even think it's like you need to work it thing. I think it might just be a brain thing. Um, People like not willing to be understanding. Anywho, a guy I used to work with admitted to me that he once spit in someone's shake when he worked at Steak and Shake, so that can happen. For sure, that could definitely happen. I don't know why people think that that can't happen. People are like mean to somebody in a restaurant. I'm just like, what are you doing? That person's gonna handle the thing that's going in your body. Just be nice. Go home and learn how to cook, I guess. I don't know. Be nice and do something else. That's I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody at all. I've probably eaten some spit. Not even for being mean. Maybe just because like I looked a certain way. Somebody did something wild to my food, like rubbed it on their butt or something. So like any discouragement I could give people for tampering with my food would be good. That would be good. Oh boy. Whoa. Adobo and spaghetti, huh? Hmm. Bacon Boy says, I wonder why it gets to that point. I don't know. Hey, Fizz. This is 205. Oh, it's so quiet. 206. Lindsay says, y'all heard of people putting sugar in spaghetti? Yeah, but they were all Filipino. I've never put sugar in spaghetti, but I've had the opportunity to eat sugar and spaghetti several times, and there is always another option. There's always a second option. Usually the option is fried chicken, and so I go with the fried chicken. I put sugar in my tomato sauce, says Eddie. Hey, freaking, my neighborhood's getting a Jollibee apparently soon, so that's interesting. So maybe I'll be eating the sugar spaghetti sooner than later, huh? Crowd says 205 sounds like mall music. Boom, 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 boom. Filipino McDonald's has spaghetti, says Diz. This I am aware of. Yeah, it's probably pretty sweet. I heard Amnesia a few years back, says Fizz. Is Where's True Story verse? Huh. I feel like those. Hi, Fizz. Yes, it's a true story. Um, Eddie says ew. I don't know what Eddie's doing. Is it McDonald's spaghetti? Is it sweet spaghetti? Um, is it a. I've never had sugar crusted spaghetti. What? What? Oh, okay. Omni 10 years ago, I didn't know Filipinos existed, for sure. Uh, yeah, okay, that's fair. I was about to say, I know they existed, but I didn't. It's weird, right? I guess when I say existed, that's like a little bit of an extreme, which I'm very okay with. It's a funny joke, but I'm trying to think of a comparison for what my knowledge of Filipino people and the culture and the country was 10 years ago. It was what's a good country? What's a country? I wanted to say Caucasia so bad. Oh no! Sorry, I just closed out the chat. I gotta reopen everything. I made a bet. Can somebody start naming countries? Obscure ones? Ones that I maybe don't know about? Or that I've. Oh, no, I have to do it because you guys don't live in my brain. I have to be the one to do it. I want to say Jordan. I want to say Jordan for some reason. Hold on. Hold on. That actually works. Okay. No, that doesn't work. What do you... Oh, boy. I'm about to sound ignorant as heck. But that's okay. This is a safe place. What do you call people from Jordan? What are people from Jordan called? Oh, they're called Jordanian. Okay, so my knowledge of Filipino people and the country and the culture was 10 years ago equivalent to my knowledge right now of Jordan. I know roughly where it is on the map, and I know that Jordanian people exist, but if somebody said, this is Jordanian food, I would just have to believe them. If somebody said, this is, like, I don't know anything else. It's a giant, like a black hole for me. I know the country exists. Just like I knew the Philippines existed, but I had never met a Filipino person, at least not to my knowledge. And today, I don't know that I've ever met a Jordanian person. I probably... No, I'm gonna say I haven't. I'm gonna say I haven't. And so yeah, that until I moved here, yeah, that changed pretty dramatically. Arizona doesn't really have what I would say is a healthy representation of Filipino people, or Jordanians for that matter. I have an aunt that's Filipino, says Diz. Word. I do not have this thing, but yeah, everything that I've known and learned about the Filipinos period has been in the past 5 years. Yeah. Yeah. I would say, because in 2014, technically I knew who Mark Rodito was, and I knew he was Filipino, and I knew what Jollibee was because Mark Rodito and whatnot. But I didn't really know anything, It's still very foreign, literally and figuratively to me. No, I have to play it that way now. Just gonna make the song harder. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Dang it. I did play with 206 Crow right after 205. It was like the bigger organy sound. It's so close, but I do like the added notes. The added harmony is nice. Oh, guys, it's finally evolving. I've been playing this song for like ages. Um. Wow, can you guys see people when they come in? I wish I could see them. It's just gonna be quiet as heck though, bro. See? One of the main reasons I don't really like playing with organ sounds is because a lot of the expression is lost because organs, like for the people that remember when I was in Arizona and I was playing on a keyboard that wasn't velocity sensitive, a lot of organs are the same. They have no velocity sensitivity. So a lot of the notes are being played with equal velocity, which is annoying. That's so hard. Well, Naomi, I don't think I had an answer when I asked you which video game you were playing when you find the game. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. I might have read that weird. I don't think I had an answer when I asked you which video game you were playing when you find the time. Right now, what video game I'm playing? I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima right now. Like, in general. That is the game that I have not finished yet. I played a little bit of it this weekend. Probably won't play too much this week because you know I've got a lot of stuff I need to catch up on. I always have stuff I need to catch up on. What does it feel like to not have stuff to catch up on? Hey, what's up, Peace Bean? Oh, good morning. How you doing? I think like there are a lot of times where I think back into like childhood. I think everybody does this. Oh, this song is great now, guys. Anywho, I think everybody does that thing where they're like, they think back to being a kid and they're like, oh, no bills, no responsibility. Wow, I really wasted. I took that time for granted. I sure would like to go back there. That's not exactly what I'm saying, right? Because bills, whatever. You gotta pay rent, you gotta pay your cell phone bill, things need to get paid. But I feel like I'm always behind on things. I wanna know what it feels like to just like wake up. You know that feeling? I don't know how many of you guys were slackers in school like I ended up being, but I remember when I arrived at school and all of my homework was finished and I knew kind of what was happening throughout the day. Like I was like, okay, I have a test in second period. I've already studied for that. I feel good about it. All my homework is done, and not even like slacker done, where you do a bit of it and then the rest are just gonna do either on the ride, on the bus to school, or at lunch period, or in the class before the class. Like all my homework was done. I was prepared for all the tests. Um, I had made my lunch already. I was showered. I was clean, and I was just like, I'm like on top of my life. I haven't felt like that in so long, and I don't know. Like at least for like an extended period of time, I think I'll feel it for like a couple of hours or something like that, where I'm just like, whoa, I don't think I have anything to do for today. I think I'm gonna just like goof off and watch Netflix. This is chill. But or like sometimes on the weekend when I wake up and I don't have to stream, it's like a Sunday or something like that, and I've already cleaned the house, so I'm just kind of like, this is chill. But it only lasts for a couple hours before the requests and commissions start rolling in, and so it's like I wonder, I want to know what that's like again. I want to have like a whole week where I don't feel like I'm trailing behind deadlines. Good old cup of soup says I have online school, but I'm on a break. Well, that's exciting. What are you gonna do with your break, good old cup of soup? I think if you woke up tomorrow and had all of your things done, you would still feel like you had something to do. Yeah, I think Lindsay's saying it's up here, right? Like, I have work brain, so even if everything was done, I would still feel somewhat unaccomplished. Maybe because I didn't have enough music done, or I don't know. Maybe I'd log on to Twitter or something like that and see that somebody, I don't know, did the thing. Ooh, that might be a thing. Try not to forget that, huh, Omni? Speaking of online school, that reminds me. I heard about a guy who went to Yale, wanted a refund because his classes had to be online due to the pandemic. Good luck with that. Uh, yeah, good old luck. Good old luck. A refund from Yale? I think that mindset is really hard to get out of, says Lindsay, for the work brain. But it's possible to take breaks and temporarily shut it off. For sure, for sure, for sure. Yesterday, I will say, I didn't. Oh, like if I'm just being positive, yesterday okay, so I get like weird anxiety around my phone. if I actually, like enjoy my life for too long, usually I'll go to my phone and people are like freaking out on me, whether it's like Slack or Discord or line messages or text messages or whatever. Somebody's usually like, "Yo, where are you?" Or like, "Yo, we haven't seen anything. We haven't heard anything." Like, Um, and even when I have like shut off time where I'm just like, hey guys, like I message everybody and I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna be doing blank. Don't talk to me. Don't message me for the next 8 hours, 9 hours, or in fact, not even today. I'm off. It's like a day out. I still have this kind of like build up of like when it's time to go back in. It's like everybody is like and kind of like vomits on me a little bit. And it's like if you stop the floodgates, when you finally open those gates again, like it's going to be a tidal wave coming out of there. And so it's like those the only two options are like deal with heavy stream or get like a few moments of peace followed by a crushing tsunami of obligations. And so I don't know exactly the best way to deal with that. But yesterday I didn't check my phone for almost like for most of the day. At least I didn't like talk to people, I didn't talk to people. And granted, I did miss one thing, and I do feel bad about it. Actually, I missed two. I missed four things, and I do feel bad about them. But I don't feel like anybody's mad at me. Jury's still out on that. They could be mad, but I don't feel like anyone's mad at me, and that's cool. That's really rare. YouTube has been going wild, blocking comments that are really harmless, and I don't know what's going on, says Cyber. Are you making Slag mixtape next? Doubtful, doubtful, doubtful. Um, doubtful. Um, did you? Did you, Lindsay? I feel bad. I do feel like people. I think if I was trying to get a hold of me, I would also be frustrated because of the way I use my phone. I don't use my phone the way I used to. We can talk about how phone use works for different people on the stream. But specifically for me, here's how I use my phone. I wake up. What was that? So I wake up. I'll like maybe get on Duolingo, do a couple of like Japanese or French lessons, and then I'll get off of Duolingo, and then I'll do dailies on Sky, and then I don't. And then I turn on a podcast, and then I turn on a podcast on my phone for my entire workout, and then I go, do my little meditation relaxation. I go make my smoothie. I come in here, and then I turn off the podcast, and then I start streaming. Still haven't checked like socials or text or anything like that. And then I close my phone after the stream is over, and usually I'll go over to my desk and work on like commissions for a little while. Still not checking my phone, and then that usually takes me into the late afternoon or like mid afternoon. Think of it like a production stream. It usually takes me into like 3 or 4 o'clock, and then when that's done, I feel like garbage. So I usually stand up and I go into the living room kitchen and I'll like make an actual meal, like a full meal, and then I'll see what's on TV. And right now, since it's like Pluto TV Degrassi marathons all the time, I'll like have Degrassi on in the background while I'm just kind of like chilling in my house. And then around the evening, like I'll say 7-ish, 7 o'clock, then I'm like really looking at my phone. And I'm like actually opening up a lot of the texts that have happened throughout the day. So like by this point, usually people are either freaking out or just like, "Yo, what's going on? Like, you haven't answered my text, but I saw that you streamed. Like, are you mad at me? Like, I'm seeing online activity. I saw on PS4 you just like logged into like Overcooked or whatever. Like, what's good? What's going on?" I think I just use my phone really weird, and so it's not conducive or helpful for people that are actually trying to get a hold of me. I don't really, I don't really, yeah, I don't really use it a lot. To have a like real Why don't give a heads up to your peeps, Chris? Says Crow. I have. I have. Um, I have Crow. Also, this is stream number 206, so I feel like it's not like it's new. It's like a new thing. I'm not like hitting up my friends today, Crow, and being like, hey, just a reminder, I got a stream coming up at 9 a.m. Like, I feel like by this point, I've like told everybody several times. I used to put it in my Instagram story a bunch. I used to tweet about it too. I've told people. People know that I'm streaming. I mean, the fact that a friend could come to me and be like, "Yo, I saw that you were streaming. How come you still haven't answered my text? Like, so clearly you're active." Like, people know that I'm streaming. That are in my life anyway. But I'm just saying, crowd, like, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I've told them. They're still gonna like do the thing, and so it's I think a lot of people um, are like a lot of people, good, healthy people that like to talk to their family and their friends and their loved ones will have full-on conversations on their phone. And I used to do that too. So it's not like this is something that's foreign to me. I remember there was a time where I would like, I used to, I would have like 10-ish conversations going on at once where I would like text people, and as I'm texting one friend, another friend is already texting me back. So I'm just like, I'm on a roll. Like I can't stay ahead of these. Like I'm just juggling conversations. That used to be the way it was. And then gradually, not all at once, gradually my phone use kind of turned into me never telling people what I was doing. So if like I'm cooking or something like that, and somebody texts me something real quick like, "Yo, how you seen this?" I'll kind of like open it up, and I'm like, I can't really look at that now. And I'll like go back to cooking, but I don't text them like, "Yo, I'm actually like cooking and it's taking both my hands, so like I'll check this out later." I usually just open it and then realize it's something that's going to take too much involvement for me at the time, and then I close it. And so a lot of people just think I'm ignoring them, which I realize is 100% my bad. But I also don't sit really at my phone and have full conversations like I used to. I only feel good having conversations on a laptop for some reason. I think it might be the keyboard. Like I can respond faster or something like that, or just feels better. And so that's why I have like the Line desktop app. So if I'm like sitting at my computer, usually I'll reply really, really quick. It's kind of like this weird, like, it's the opposite of the way it's supposed to be. I'm way more responsive and active socially when I'm in front of a computer than when I'm out with my phone. And out could mean anything. Out could be in the kitchen or in the living room, just away from a computer. But if I'm on the computer, I'm replying like lightning fast, and I'm replying with like paragraph like text. But yeah, if it's just my phone, I don't really want to. I don't really want to deal with it. I hate group chat and texting, says Eddie. Same. I don't really like texting. I don't really like group chats either. Group chats like annoy me. Um, yeah, yeah. Cyber feels privileged. Why can't you just look at something and that's it, says Diz. This might be a hot take, but I don't think everything on the internet needs comment section. Uh, yeah. Well, obviously you're right. My hesitation right now is not to say you're wrong or even take the devil's advocate on this, because I agree with you. Not everything needs a comment section. Um, Not everything needs discourse, for sure, for sure. But what I was the response I was trying to think of was like, I know there are social media things where you can't comment, right? Like I think you can't comment on VSCO or whatever that is. I don't really have one, but I'm pretty sure you can't make comments on that. There are some things that you just can't make comments on, and it's kind of cool. I think that it. I think that it's cool, right? It's one of those things where. It's one of those things, Diz, where I think most people, like, if you're allowed to have it, people will want a lot of it. Like, if you give kids cookies, one cookie each every day, there's always going to be a kid that's like, I kind of want 2 cookies. And then if you give them 2 cookies, one kid's going to, like, steal somebody else's cookies, and they got 4 cookies, and it's like, we should all be getting 4 cookies. Not just give us a case of cookies and allow us to, like, I think that allowing comments, some people, like, have measured themselves by comments. You know, they're like, oh, this photo got a blank amount of comments, this track, this song, this drawing, I did get this many comments, and this one did not, which means that it's not as good. I think that it's a slippery slope. So Yeah, I would argue that things don't need to have comments all the time. Uh, but it's a metric. It's become a metric. So yeah, that's why they're still here. I cannot focus on my phone when I'm actually out, and people will be like, "Have you checked the group chat?" And I'm like, "No, I'm trying to have a good time," says Liana. I feel you, Liana. You get the option to turn it off sometimes. Oh, you know what's really funny, Liana? Oh, this isn't funny. No, it's funny to me. Ha ha ha. It's funny to me, but it's probably not going to be funny to somebody else. Um, do you like talking on the phone better than texting, says Lindsay? No, I do not. I do not. I talk on the phone with family, yes, but I don't like talking on the phone with friends or anybody else. I just don't enjoy phone conversations unless there's a point. Like if somebody is calling me because they're trying to give me information really quick, I'm cool with that. If somebody is calling me because it's kind of an emergency, and I don't even mean like a death emergency or something like that. Like if somebody's calling me because they're like, "Hey, uh, I'm your neighbor. It's me, your neighbor. I just want to let you know, like, I just saw somebody walk in your apartment. Do you know them?" Something like that. That I've never gotten that phone call, but I would prefer a phone call versus a text in a situation like that. But no, I don't really like phone calls. I don't like phone calls because if there's not a point, I feel like things kind of just meander for a really long time, um, and I'm like really sensitive to time being wasted. Thanks, Cyber. It's a fun shirt. I like this shirt. The store that I bought it from is going out of business. FaceTime makes me feel anxious because I have to pretend to care. It's easier through text, says Eddie. I just hate cell phone, says Umbe. The funny thing is, this is more to tag along with Leona talking about being out and not checking like the group chat. I I got into so many arguments with um, somebody that I was dating that I'm not gonna name because when we were out, every now and then I would check my phone, and it was like it was a reflex. Granted, it's a reflex I don't have anymore, which is like so cool. I'm like glad I'm on the other side of that. But I would usually check my phone, and I don't mean like I'm just on the phone all the time. I would check it, and they would just get really upset with me. They're just like, "Yo, why are you always like? I feel like you're always checking your phone. Like, try to be in the moment with me. I'm here. I'm visiting. Yada yada yada. Whatever. A bunch of like rubbish from a rubbish bin." And I feel like I would also get in trouble when I would be out and I wasn't. They were texting me and I wasn't checking my phone as often. And then they would like freak out and be like, "Yo, where are you? Like, I haven't heard anything from you all day. Like, you haven't texted me in 2 days. Like, what's going on?" So it was like this really weird, like, it was this weird thing where, like, when I was with them, I wasn't supposed to ever check my phone, but if I was away from them, I was supposed to check my phone constantly, and it caused a lot of arguments. It caused a lot of arguments. But yeah, nowadays, like when I'm out, I usually don't check my phone unless I've been specifically put in a situation where um, I have to wait for something. Maybe like if I'm in a waiting room, uh, that's a time where I will. Hmm. Anyways, that's sorry. Got a weird Slack message. Anyways, that's a time where I'll check a lot, and also when I'm alone. If I'm alone, I'll be on my phone a little bit. Like if I'm just like walking around downtown alone, which granted I haven't done in a while, or I'm just like on the subway by myself, I might check my phone. Cause like, whoa, what else am I gonna do? Read a book? I don't have any books right now. Usually I read a book. Anyways, I'm beyond tired of why didn't you call in the last 24 hours. Unbe, I can honestly say I've only ever dated one person that was cool with that, and they're gone forever. No, I've only ever dated one person where I could just like straight up not, and she was dope actually. I could just like not, I could like not text her for like 4 days, which sounds so trivial and such a small amount of time to me. I could like not text her for 4 days, and then on like the fifth day, I'd be like, "Hey, what you doing?" And there was no attitude. It was just like, "Oh, I'm cooking. Like, how are you doing? Like, how was your week?" It was so cool. How do I get that again? How do we get back there? People, how do we get back? I'm with someone and I receive a text. I check and see if it's urgent. If it's not, I'll answer later. That sounds like a dream to me, says Eddie. It was a dream, Eddie. It was so cool. There was a particularly long stretch where I didn't talk to her for 2 weeks, and I didn't talk to her for two. How did I get no attitude? Maybe she was mad. She was just internalizing all that. But either way, like I got no attitude. It was weird. There, like I was going into it with like waiting to get yelled at, and you haven't texted somebody in a while, and you're just like, hey, like you might throw extra few Y's on there, maybe throw an emoji on there, throw a little bit of sauce, get like an exclamation point. Hey, miss, yeah, how's everything going? Oh, I've been slammed over here, absolutely swamped. Oh, I'm drowning in paperwork, baby. Lindsay says, I'm assuming y'all lived in the same area. 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 No. Well, we both lived in LA, but I wasn't seeing them very often at all. I wasn't seeing them very often by some other people's standards. By my standards, I was seeing them a lot. I was seeing them like uh, on a busy month, 4 times. On a chill month, once, twice. Um, I don't like the obligation of you need to communicate. Neither do I, Diz. It makes me feel like a child. It makes me feel like I have to like. No, I don't want to go there, but. Oh, what? What was that chord? Whoa! What is that? No, it never ceases to confuse. Um, this says like you're checking in with a chaperone at an amusement park. I was gonna say checking in with a mother. Uh, I'm like I'm very sensitive to like the person I'm dating becoming like a parent figure, where it's like suddenly I'm like I have to check in or I have to like, yo, I haven't heard from you, and they're like anything could happen. I'm like, are you kidding me? What the heck? What's wrong with you? I'm chilling. At least I'm trying to. Hmm. I apparently have a blister on my index finger, says Cyber. Interesting. If a bug bite ended up looking like a blister, I would be very worried. I would be very, very worried. I think I got hit by like a brown recluse or something. exists of dropout because it drives me crazy. Yeah, sure. It's a really interesting chord progression because it's definitely not something that I would normally play. If I have like no. I can't wait for you to finish Dropout and drop it. Word. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate the faith in me that you have. Lindsay says, how much would someone have to pay you to screw up your hairline again? Oh, I asked because I saw a video of someone with a jacked up hairline. Would the title change to graduate? Says Diz if it came out. I like that joke. No. No. But the title will not remain Dropout. Or it will, but it probably won't. The odds are that it will not. Lindsay, my hairline is going to get hecked up by, I don't know, male pattern baldness. So I'd rather just wait for Mother Nature to come in and sweep me with the big I don't know, the big bald rod. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna happen to me. The fact that I hecked up my hairline for as long as I did is wild because it's coming for me. It's coming for me initially. I don't know why why was Jerica hanging out with me? What a cool, like. Do you ever think back on, like, I mean, particularly in LA, sometimes I think back on, like, maybe something that I wore or did or made or said that was, like, kind of whack. Not even offensive, just like, this dude's whack. And so like, it makes me look back on all the people that were, like, actually around and, like, giving me the benefit of the doubt, where I'm just like, yo, those people are actually really cool. And I'll forever love Jerica for hanging out with me when I had doo-doo hairline and never bringing it up. I don't even know if she noticed. I don't know. Yeah, a more sadistic millionaire wants to see your hairline specifically screwed up. How long does it have to be screwed up for, Lindsay? Am I just cutting it and screwing it up once and then I'm letting it grow back naturally or something like that? Now I have the synth, the sax solo from Dropout stuck in my head. gonna change the rest of it, but I do like the first few. Just once. I don't know, $100,000. $100,000. Thanks, Cyber. Earworms are all I want to make. That's not true. I want to make stuff that even is weird. Like, for example, after I talked about Blue Rondo a la Turk in the stream, Cyber, and how it's in what 9/8 or something like that. I don't remember. I want to say 9/8. But I love that drum pattern. Anyway, so I spent some time like going. I want to make a song that's in the same time signature as Blue Rondo a la Turk, and it feels really forced now. But I'm trying to come up with a cool chord progression that will fit in there. And I was doing some research on how it's like either like that. Like that's the chord progression. I mean, that's the time signature. And it's like I can play doo-doo chord progressions in it. Like that was a doo-doo chord progression. But like I want to come up with something that's actually like interesting to the ear in that time signature. And boy, has it been. I mean, I only tried for like 30 minutes, but that was a 30 minutes. That was a 30 minutes. Umbe says, I keep trying to make tracks in 3/4 and can't. But then I make tracks in 4/4 and they end up weird times signatures automatically. Umbe, when you say 3/4, you're just talking about like the waltz thing, right? Like what, like Love Letters is in? For a second, I was trying to do it in not particularly 3/4. I was trying to go. I was trying to do it. Time signature that is. Sometimes when I play Love Letters, I'll actually do it in that time signature, or at least try. But then once it gets to the lead part. Bad at counting out the own meters of my own songs. It's like waltz stuff, but I haven't wrapped my brain around it yet, says Umbe. Word. Like I can work in 3/4, but like you said, I'm looking for something interesting. The only song that I have that stays in 3/4 the entire song is Over and Under. Like this is always in 3/4. Even Love Letters comes out of 3/4 eventually, because I mean Love Letters doesn't start in 3/4. Like, this is how the recorded version sounds, but I always wanted to truncate one of these, like one of the chords, so that instead of doing the full thing, it goes like that. I like really lopsided sounding rhythms. Or this one. One, two, three, four, one. Wait. Wait. Wait, I need a pencil. Wait, I don't have one. Hold on. No idea. What's this? 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 9. Oh my god. Anyways, Cyber says, okay, it's basically 5/4. You're right? You're right? You're right, Cyber, because it's like 3, 3, 2, 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Because it's like take 5, the whole like take 5 thing. Whoa. It's like the 5. It's like take 5, so it's 5/4, but because it's 3, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. But I was trying to figure out what. Which is like one more note in there, right? So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Cyber says 11, 8. Call it a day, baby. I want so badly for that to be a thing. Also, intro to what quarantine is that? I've forgotten all the names of my quarantines. It doesn't really matter. It's like, what if you just start adding random notes in? You get some abomination of a time signature, says Umbe. Yeah, I suppose so. But the. What is this chord? Oh my god. I have no idea what that one is. Bum 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 bum. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. It's two threes. It's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 1 2. Oh my god. You're throwing in sixteenths, and they're 30 seconds at the end of those phrases. So it may be complicated. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the time signature for that is, but I want to make a whole song that's in whatever that is. Because that's only the intro of. Oh, what is that song called? My home. Home is You. That's Home is You. It's an intro to my song Home is You, but I wanted the entire song to be in that rhythm or time signature, but I feel like it would have been very upsetting to people. So I ended up just stuffing that in the intro and then going to a very chill but my home is you. Alright, guys. We're past the 2 mark. I didn't finish my weird rendition of Witchy. You can watch music theory stuff. Any recommendations, Aslanti? I don't know. Adam Neely's cool. I don't really watch a lot of music theory stuff. I think the only reason I watch Adam Neely videos is because why do I watch Adam Neely videos, actually? I don't know. They're very well edited and they're very nice to watch videos. I like him. And he's not annoying. It's very easy for me to become annoyed with YouTubers. Oh, crap. Is the stream frozen? The stream's frozen for me. I don't know if it's frozen for everybody. Let me just go ahead and refresh, baby boy. Yeah, it was just frozen for me. I don't know what that was about. Okay. He's interesting enough, makes an effort to explain concepts as Cyber. I think I prefer Andrew Huang to Adam Neely. I think the reason I prefer Andrew Huang to Adam Neely, this isn't Adam's fault. This isn't anybody's fault. This isn't anybody's fault. Some people just have like a very specific voice that goes behind their music, and Adam comes off as like a lovable kid, which is fun. And Adam comes off as like somebody who's actively trying to fight their own elitism, which I appreciate. But I think if I had to listen to two people explain a music theory, I would prefer Andrew to do it, which is no one's fault. It's just my personal, like the way I take things very personally sometimes. Certain people's cadences and their tone when talking. I remember someone mentioning Adam, so it was basically first on my list. I watched a couple of Andrew's vids. I think the first time I saw an Adam Neely video was actually a really really long time ago, but I didn't like know it was Adam Neely. There's this like really weird thing where this isn't weird. I'm just not on YouTube much, so people will say, "Omni, have you seen the new like I don't know Jared I don't know Robinson video?" And I'm like, I don't even know who that is, and they're like, "Oh, check it out. I think this will be right up your alley." And then it's like some white dude explaining what bossa nova is, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great." But I also think in all of those cases, I'm like, oh, I've seen this dude before. I've definitely seen one of his videos before, but I just don't know YouTubers' names. So even though I'd seen like several Adam Neely videos before, I didn't know who Adam Neely was. Or somebody was like, Seth Everman. People were like, oh my god, Omni, I feel like you love Seth Everman. I'm like, I don't know who the heck that is. And they sent me a Seth Everman video, and I'm like, oh, I've seen this dude like hundreds of times. I didn't know where he was from. I don't know. People would post like little small like 5-second joke videos of his or something. So yeah, I don't know. And then Andrew is another one. Andrew is like pretty close to me in that we have a lot of friends in common. And we've talked a couple of times, but I don't watch all of his videos. I don't even know when a new video comes out from him. But he's also very cool. Andrew. I feel like there's like this weird like musicians in LA and music YouTubers in LA are very closely intertwined. However, Adam lives in New York. Any music YouTube person that doesn't live in LA, they're ghosts to me. And not in like the cool, like attractive way, but in like a they don't exist in the real world way. Um, I feel like music theory videos. You know what? I got actually down the rabbit hole in Lindsay. I started watching like videos of like people like. No, I'm not. I started watching videos of like people like going after scammers, like people like deleting files off of scammers' computers. I like fell down a rabbit hole and like I don't hate it. It's chill, but like I gotta get out. I gotta pull out of this nosedive because I don't want to know where that rabbit hole leads. I don't want to know where that's gonna end me up. Yeah, there's like 3 people that's like all they do. It's like a video every few days of them like syskeying some like scammer's computer or like connecting to a scammer's computer and deleting all the files and like making fun of them and stuff like that. And it's like it definitely like scratches an itch, I guess. I think there's a certain part of my brain that likes seeing what I perceive to be justice. When somebody is like, "We caught these burglars red-handed," or like, "These scammers will never do this again," stuff like that. I think like when I was a lot younger and I saw To Catch a Predator for the first time, I think that's probably what did that to my brain. I was like, "Oh, it's cool to watch like the bad guy. People get the bad guy in real life. I'm not gonna really I'm not gonna what's the word dig into To Catch a Predator in the stream and what was cool or wrong or awful or decent about that show. I'm not really gonna talk about that in the stream because that's a rabbit hole. That's like a gopher hole. I'm not gonna talk about that, but I think seeing that as a kid was like, oh, yeah, get him, like catfish, you know. It was like that. Anywho, Lindsay needs a good YouTube hole, so that could be a good one. Music theory YouTube. Also, if you haven't seen any of the Vsauce videos, those are kind of fun. I used to love Vsauce. Telling this much has actually been too much already, so I need to chill. Sorry, Lindsay. Yeah, I hope you find a good hole to fall into. Vsauce is good, interesting, science junk, and music theory videos are good. Adam Neely makes a very good video. Also, the business guy. You know the business guy? I'm not promoting YouTube. These people aren't paying me. This is trash. But you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. The dude that does those videos that are like the fall of Subway or the fall and rise of Dunkin' Donuts. I used to just watch nothing but his videos because he actually does really good research. He's really good. I can give you some stuff, Lindsay. There's like a lot of YouTubers like this also is really cool. Like I like YouTubes where it's just somebody is like, hey, have you ever heard of this person? This person's like Genghis Khan's nephew, and I did like weeks of research and I made a video with little animations and jokes basically about his life, and it's like educational. Some YouTube videos are just really cool and educational, but they're also like entertaining, and it's like, this is enlightening. I had no idea that the president of like Honduras or Cuba or whatever was obsessed with cows, like stuff, fun stuff like that. The rise and fall of XY businesses are pretty fun. Um, Cyber says they find him annoying. Oh, I'm never going to. I'm never going to challenge somebody who finds something annoying. Um, I'm not even going to ask why you find those videos annoying, Cyber. That's how much I respect your feelings. I don't even want to know why you find them annoying, because I find a lot of things annoying that people love. So I'm with you on that. I don't know why I didn't think of that, Cyber, doing that now. Please send me recommendations if you want, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Word, word, word. You'd also fall into the lockpicking YouTube hole. Jesus Christ. Sorry, we're talking. Alright. Everybody, tell me how your weekend was. I'm gonna get through like a little mini medley. A mini signals medley. What'd you do? I actually did not like Code Veronica, Cyber. Um, Not for any valid reasons. I don't know what was going on with me. I don't even remember anything from that game. I just remember playing and being like, I hate this game. And I feel like I never hear anybody mention Code Veronica. Because I feel like even when people are talking about Resident Evil games, they never mention Code Veronica. Biz went on a drive on Saturday. Sounds dope. I watched anime and work, finished up some lyrics on my songs. Ooh, lyricism. That sounds fun. Whoa, it's one of Soothsayer's favorites. How much more money for your Joes to inhale some AC? Ooh, I feel you on that. Wait, hold on. I mean, I don't have like the poor air quality down here like you do up there in the bay with all the smoke and everything, but I don't have like proper working AC. My AC just kind of blows air. It's basically a fan. It doesn't blow cold air, so um, I did go to a few. Like I went into a Smart and Final, into a grocery store, and like the line was super long, right? The line did one of those things where like snakes around the building, but I like didn't care because I was like, at least I'm inside. Like I'll wait in any line as long as it's air conditioned, and that was kind of nice. Yeah, a lot of apartments in California don't have AC, Lindsay. And when they do, it's like not very good. California, where nobody has basic human rights. Cyber says, so I just waited until someone was filling their air, and then I scooted into the parking lot and took the last of his paid time. Oh. Whoa. Whoa, what? I didn't even know that was a thing, Cyber. Hmm. Ooh. Whoa. Ooh, I'm gonna do something with this. That's weird. That's super weird. There it is. Oh my god. Hold on. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. I think about Maddie a lot because I don't really play Jump and Jaybird in the stream anymore because I don't see them. So, hope everything's well with them. The more I think about it, the more I think it's crazy how someone can be able to dictate how someone else's uses like air. Says this. Yeah. Every time I load the guitar for some Halloween tracks, I was gonna be ooh. Trying to figure out where it goes from there. No, I can't fall into that song again. You gotta figure out where that goes. Figure out where that goes. I watched an interview in China. I said China. Oh my god, where did that come from? That was deep in me, I guess. Anyways, I watched an interview in China who was an interviewer in China who was talking to people, and one guy said he liked the pollution because it meant China was experiencing progress. Oh, that's a good glass half full way to look at it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, industrial. No, industry without a little bit of icky smog. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I should think of it like in LA, I guess. When I look at the smog, I should think we're progressive here. It's not untrue. It's just not lying. It's 2:30. It's 2:30. I should probably start trying to close this up. It's just that this track has been very captivating for me now. No. Dang it. lost it. I lost it. Hey, what's up, Ben? I love the way that sounds. I love how like broken and off kilter it sounds. Maybe if I go. No, because then it sounds cool. I want it to sound like haunted. If I can get like another ghost song out of me, that'll be sick. I feel like a lot of people are just yo-yoing at Lindsay, where they're like opening up, and then they spike, and then they close it down, and then they get impatient, so they open it back up. Seems like that's what's happening. has to be that one. It has to be that one. That's the chord. There we go. Oh my god. Look, it took me like 2 hours to get there. Okay. This is talking more about the interviews or pollution when they needed to. They could just reverse the pollution. This is true things, true things. Also, our whole town economy hinges on alcohol and football, says Lindsay, talking about their hometown. Sounds very American. So when football is inevitably canceled, it's going to be riots here. Word up. Just press the unpollute button. No, reverse pollute button. Reverse pollution. That's so cool. Excited though. When I figure this out, it's going to be great. Leon says we need to learn terraforming. Actually, can scrub the air of CO2. We have a bit of tech. Big business is not going to invest in that fast enough for it to matter, however, says Umbe. You know what Umbe said? It's technically possible, but the people in the power don't care about that. Umbe says, I think the funniest thing is billionaires openly investing in space projects so they can safely evacuate the planet. Billionaire, billionaire, billionaire. Billionaire, billionaire. Hey, remember that song? Anybody remember that one? What a hit. I think, billionaires investing in space travel makes a lot of sense to me. It just feels like if you have a lot of money, you don't particularly care about people. I'm trying to think of what is a billionaire's toy? Either you collect weapons, I guess, or you try to explore, or both. Is that how Mass Effect works? If we move to Mars eventually, it will receive the same fate as Earth. Can't change humans. Sure. But I mean, people aren't thinking about long term. I mean, I'm barely even thinking about what I'm going to eat this Friday. People aren't thinking about what their grandkids are going to have to deal with. They're just me, now. make a ghost song, guys. I'm gonna make a ghost song sometime in the next. I'm gonna say this week. Before this production stream, I'm going to finish whatever this ghost song is, cause I like it. Spooky Dystopian Future Vibe says, Leanna, ooh, cool. Ben says, I think that depollution is necessary, but I'm nervous that we won't change our ways if companies see their metrics of climate change going down. It's all about the metrics, baby, as I always say. Lindsay says, on a ghost song, interesting. Yeah, got to do something for the ghosts. They've done so much for us. Everybody, I have two releases that are a year old today. Ego Death and Quick Breath. Mia Gladstone is in town, which makes me happy. Maybe I need a dub, and Mia is usually a dub for me. I can't put my finger on why I like Mia so much, but Mia does cheer me up. Mia's one of the few people. I think Mia cheers me up. Eki cheers me up. Jerica would probably cheer me up right now. Bouquet cheers me up. You know how there's just like some of those. She's so strange, says Cyber. I mean, I've been called strange. I feel that. I feel like all the people that I'm naming could probably "they're so strange" comment could apply to them. Like somebody could be like, "Yo, Eki's so freaking weird," or like, "Yo, Omni, I don't get it." But I do feel there's certain few people that I can't exactly explain why, but like if they just like come around, like if they like show up or they send me a text where it's like, "Yo, I'm in town, I'm at LAX, like you got me," I'm like giddy driving to the airport. I'm just like, "Yo, like these are my people." Me is one of those. Eki's one of those. Bokeh's one of those, but it doesn't really count because he lives here. Mark is one of those. Mark Rodito is one of those. Daedalus is one of those. But Mia's in town for, I guess, a week or something like that. So I'm going to see if I can, like, I don't know, go to the park with her or something. That's how you should feel about your friends, right? Says Lindsay. Is it? No. I have Ego Death and Quick Breath out. You can hear those on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal, Groove, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube, which are on right now. I hope that you've seen my quarantines. If you haven't, please watch them. I think I played on the Friday production stream. I played Easy Go, and somebody in the stream was like, "I haven't seen this or heard this before," and it made me happy that I was like, "Oh, I'm glad that I played in the stream for this person that hasn't heard it." But also kind of bummed me out because literally at the end of every single stream I mention it. At the end of every stream I mention it, and there's still people in the stream that are like, "What's a quarantine? What are these things? When are you gonna, you know?" So anyway, please listen to the quarantines. There's not even that many of them, guys. I have like 180 songs, but there's only 8 quarantines, and they're all 2 minutes or roughly. It's like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. They don't even hit the 3-minute mark. So please listen to those if you get a chance. It's also a portrayal or a showcasing of my video making abilities because, you know, it's only half song. The other half is video editing and whatnot. As far as news, guys, Mia's in town. That's the news. If I don't see her, it's gonna be a disaster for me because there's been a couple times where she's been out here and I just, you know, I was busy or I was out of town. I didn't get to see her. I love Mia to pieces. So hopefully I get to see Mia sometime while she's in town. That's the news. Also, maybe pizza party this Friday. Maybe pizza party this Friday. Maybe pizza party this Friday, guys. I'm pulling up my calendar. Why does the 28th sound important to me? Something's supposed to happen by the 28th. I can't remember, but pizza party maybe this Friday. But unless anybody has a suggestion off the top of their head, I'm not going to take any right now because we don't have time to do that. We'll specifically decide on a movie. Rent? Oh, I I thought you were suggesting Rent, Leon. I was about to get very upset. But no, you were talking about Rent. No, my Rent's not due until the first baby next week. Because I ain't got the money for it. We have time later. Yeah. We have time for that later, for sure. Definitely not gonna watch Rent. Even though I realize now that was not the suggestion. The 28th does sound important. Something's due on the 28th. I need to check my like actual calendar on my phone. Goodbye, Soothsayer. Thank you so much, Soothsayer, for being in the stream. I appreciate you. Your silent, or mostly silent support is not on notice. I gotta finish that Ghost song. I like that. I'm gonna name it Moaning Myrtle. Guys, without getting into, I mean, this might be too much information. This might be a TMI moment for the stream. I apologize if it is. But I have a pair of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit underwear. Only one pair. I should have bought like 10 pairs. What's wrong with me? That would have gotten really expensive. Anyways, I have one pair, and since they're so rare, I just like never wear them. I think I've owned them. I've owned them since I was in Japan the second time, so I've owned them since 2018. And I've worn them 3 times. And when I wear them, I wear underwear under them. I don't let them touch my skin. they're like boxer shorts that I'll wear briefs under them because I don't want to ruin them. Yeah, man. What's the point of underwear then? You're absolutely right. Cyber, you're absolutely right. What's the point then? What is the point? I'm dead serious. Yeah. Because I don't want to like I don't want to see them become just underwear. You know, I've worn them as shorts. I've actually gone out in them. There's like boxer shorts, but I've like worn underwear and then my Oswald boxers over them, and then like gone outside to like take out the trash or like walk down to the corner store to get like candy cigarettes before. I don't see them as underwear. I just see them as like really comfy shorts that are maybe a little too short to wear in certain situations. I guess I don't know. You might as well just frame them and put them on the wall. Says Cyber. Yeah, but I do like the way they look on me. Yeah, I just see them as shorts, but they're definitely underwear. I make no mistake, these are underwear. Ugh, I can't let them. I can't let them be underwear. I can't see happen to them what happens to underwear. Like I refuse to see it. Like it's like shoes, you know how people get like really nice shoes and they don't even want to walk places. I'm not one of those people, but I guess I am because I'm doing it with underwear. But I mean shoes. No, it's the same. I can't justify that. It's the same. It's the same exact logic. People get really fancy shoes and they don't want them to like touch dirty stuff or walk through a puddle. I get really nice underwear and then I don't want them to like actually touch my body. I would just say pick some more up, but it sounds like you got them from Japan. I did get them from Japan. But if I ever go back to Japan, I will use a significant amount of my tour bonus, or my tour guarantee. I don't know why I still call it a tour bonus. That's not a thing. Anyways, I'll use a significant amount of my tour guarantee to buy enough Oswald underwear that I could potentially wear a different pair every day for a week and a half. It's just good. It's just good. Ugh. They're great. Anywho, Or just let them be shorts. That's the thing. If you can't let them be underwear, then at least let them be shorts. No, they're built in a way that I don't ever want to get like on the subway in these things. I don't ever want to get on a bus in these. I don't want to be in a grocery store like a proper one, like a Ralph's in these. I don't want I don't want to be around guests in these or company. These are like my bumming it. I'm going to 7-Eleven. I'm playing video games all day. It's those shorts. And especially when it's been hot lately, those have been a lifesaver. Um, it begs the fundamental question, who are these for? Me. Me? My heart, I suppose. Um, me. Me and my heart. Yeah, they're for me. They're for me, Cypher. I'm not like doing like fancy shows. This isn't like in my like close friends Instagram story. Although maybe they should. Maybe they should be. Okay, all right. Well, Leanna's saying booty shorts. I gotta make it clear. These are not booty shorts. Doesn't really matter, but these are not booty shorts. These are not. These aren't for anybody. I don't think anybody's actually no. People have seen me wear them. Hold on. No, I'm not gonna look it up. There's a photo of me wearing them. I think like on my Instagram. It's like the photo where it's just like me and like a Oswald button up and my Oswald T-shirt and like my Oswald shorts and like an Oswald stuffed animal on my head. Those are boxers. Those aren't actual shorts. Um, those are the shorts. So if you've seen my Instagram, you've seen the shorts or underwear or whatever we're calling them now. What's weird about yeah, they don't even look like boxers, right? Right, Lindsay? They don't look like boxers. There's a certain amount of hold on. Hold on. No, I don't like these. I don't like those. Mine are cooler. I don't like those. I like all over print stuff. I like all over print stuff. Look at that. You can't beat that with a bet. Oh, Tokyo Disney. I'll return one day. I do like what was I put? I like this. I don't know what this is. Okay, anyways, back to the real thing, sorry. respectful to me and polite to each other. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Mine was actually okay. Like, it wasn't as stressful as weekends typically are for me, so. I'm just existing, guys. I'm just kind of like existing during this thing. I'm not really getting anything done other than commissions. My life hasn't really changed in the past 10 months. I think I'm going to shave again. What's weird is like the passing of time since I haven't really gotten to go anywhere. I feel like I shave and then like 5 minutes later my facial hair is already back, and it's just because there's nothing to really mark the passage of time lately. So, anywho, thank you everybody for being in this stream, for respecting me and being polite to each other. I hope you have a good rest of your Monday. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill and get some work done. I will see you guys here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Morning Medley number 207. I'm looking forward to 222. I don't know what to do for it, but I'm looking forward to that stream. Anyways, abo everybody. Mm-hmm.